It's the crazy days in May at District Stairs SVG. And these deals are wild. For 5 days only, 50% off select tiles, vinyl, and laminate flooring. 20% off table saws, grinders, drills, and more. 10% off all grouts, tin set, chalk, top tier quality. We also renovate bathrooms, kitchens, stairs, and install railings inside and out. Find us at Russell Shopping Mall in Stony Grounds, Kingstown. Call us today, 1784-456-7649 or WhatsApp 289-200-7649. District Stairs SPG. Rock bottom prices, superior quality.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
99.9 WEFM.
Well, you heard the ad, and I think you already know what's going on. And by the time you hear it, They Not Like Us, you should already be on the live because you know there are going to be beautiful things for you to see. You know this is more than just audio. So if you haven't already, then you can hop on the live because we are going to be conducting our interview with District Stairs. You know, District Stairs has some really, really lovely things that you don't just want to hear about, but you want to see. Yeah, with your own eyes. Yeah, and talking about seeing with your own eyes, we have Zoe Porter on the live here from District Stairs, who is going to tell us all about the sale that they have going on and all the other goodies that District Stairs has to offer. Zoe, good morning, and over to you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning to everyone listening. I hope you guys are excited for this morning. So,
Definitely.
I know you guys know that we have the sale going on right now for the month of May, which May is about to end soon. So, come on in and see what we have. But before we delve into things this morning, I actually want to address a comment that was actually put under the live that I was made aware of off air. So, Mr. CP Hall, he commented about the vinyl being able to go on top of your tiles. He asked essentially, what about when you have to pull the door inwards? If the vinyl will be too high so that the door can't actually be pulled inwards. Now, in that case, that rarely happens. But in the event that it does, what we do is we'll install the vinyl and then we remove the door and we'd actually cut a small piece off of the bottom of the door so that it can swing inwards, it can swing outwards, and there would be no restriction of movement.
That actually crossed my mind when I saw the comments after. I was like, well, I might have just cut the bottom of the door.
That's correct.
All right.
So I just wanted to address that. And one more comment that was made about the popping tiles. So unless the entire room of tiles, like all of the tiles are popping, you don't actually have to remove all of it. If there's just like one section of popping tiles, then what we do is we would remove that one section and we would fill it in with either tin sets or concrete, which would make it level to the other tiles, and then we can lay down the vinyl from there. We don't have to remove everything, so we can remove that added cost of having to remove those tiles. If you kind of, you're on a budget, you'd like to keep your costs down, we can always help with that and we can always work with you and your budget.
All right. All right. So tell us about the sale that is going on in District Stairs right now. Do you even have things left after the sale? After all the beauty that has been showcasing for the past couple of weeks. So what's left of this sale?
Well, we still have things left. You can still come and get your staircases done. A customer came in yesterday to get, a quote on his staircase and stuff like that. He's very excited. I mean, let's look at all the different designs that you can actually put into your staircase. You can go with just a simple. Then you can go with something this is like a double knuckle. So how to describe this? For those who are not looking, so this is a double knuckle spoon picket. So if you see it shaped here like a spoon on where it's supposed to be the flat edges, and then we have something that's, well, kind of like a knuckle. We even have this one here, which is called like the scroll. So it's rolled up like a scroll, essentially. We have our double basket spindles. So it's kind of gives us that kind of spiral feel, as well as having the straight edges and the curved in the middle as well. So we have lots of different options that you can customize your home and make it look exactly like you'd want it to.
Okay, and so most of those that you've shown us are black matte. It's matte, a matte color.
Yes, it is black matte. But
Okay.
we also do have on display here the black lined with chrome.
Mm-hmm.
You can also get pickets in a rose gold. You can also get them in gold. You can also get them black trimmed with gold. We can accommodate you and all your styling needs.
Okay, and suppose let's say I go with a black matte, but I want to intersperse maybe let's say gold in just my design. Are they easy to spray paint? Could I just easy spray paint them?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's no problem. Or we can even order mostly black and
Mhm.
however many gold you want spliced in. We can always order those couple gold in between and we can bring everything to you.
Okay. Lovely. All
Yeah.
right.
So something else I want to touch on because we do have the sale going on, and I understand that, home renovations are not cheap. Building a home is not cheap. We like to work with your budget. So that's where our trust program comes into effect. So with our trust program, you come and you have a discussion with us. We give you a quotation. You tell us, okay, your budget is X amount of dollars. So from there, we can work out and we can have a discussion on what you can pay for your deposit. And once, we accept and the customer accepts, then you can pay your deposit down and we can start work from there. The job actually does not have to be fully paid off before we start. So you can set up payment plans even after the job has been completed and you'll still be paying that off.
Okay. Do you work with an interior designer though? Because there are some persons who kind of a little clueless in terms of what it is that they might want. They may have a vision, yes, or they may have an idea, but they're not fully sure of how to go about it and how to put things together. So do you also work, let's say, with an interior designer, or is it a case where Marlon gives his input here? What happens there?
Well, for the interior designer, we don't work with an interior designer, but I myself am able to give customers a lot of advice or input or just guide them in the right direction. And my well trained staff, my sales associates, they're able to do the same. If we really need Marlon to step in, then we'll give him a call. But we are able to guide you in the right direction, whether it is a structural thing like what tints to put down or whether you don't know which colors to put in. Like, for instance, if a customer comes in and they say, well, I want a backsplash tile. I said, okay, well, is it for like a bathroom or a kitchen? So they'll tell me, for instance, maybe it's for their bathroom. I'd say, okay, what color are the walls painted in? Say the walls are painted in like maybe a baby blue, almost like a periwinkle. I'll say, okay. Then I'd ask, like, what color are the appliances, like the toilet, the shower? What kind of tiles do you already have down? What kind of color scheme are you currently going for?
Mhm.
So, with the walls already being a periwinkle, I'm thinking, okay, this customer is going with a light blue, white, kind of purple. So, I'd recommend to them that maybe we have something that contrasts a bit, but does not completely throw off the entire design.
Mhm.
So, for instance, this blue tile here. I can tell them we can put it in different designs. We can put it horizontally or we can put it vertically and we can go from there. I recommend to them different options. I'm able to pull out different options because I know what I have in the store here.
Mhm.
There's even here, I want to show you these glass mosaics. These are actually very nice for your bathroom. This is like a gray one. This is more of a beige. So these glass mosaics actually absorb a lot of that light that comes into your bathroom, whether it be natural light or artificial light. And it absorbs those colors. That light refraction comes in a lot into play there with the glass mosaics. When the light reflects and you have blue walls around already, and say you've put in like that gray glass mosaics, that blue in the atmosphere from the walls is going to be refracted through the gray, and the gray is going to actually look a lot more blue than you might have thought it would.
Mhm. Sounds nice, or it sounds lovely. So the idea really and truly would be to help them best would be maybe for them to take a picture of the room that they're considering so that you can have an idea and maybe then you do a site visit to ensure because like sometimes a man will say a wall is yellow and it ain't yellow.
Yes.
Would that be like the option, like a good thing to do?
Yes, that would be an option. That'd be a good thing to do. I myself take visits out to this site, and when I see things in person, now you can always bring a picture of the color you're looking for or of the tile that you're trying to match. But as I always tell customers, clients who come into the store, I say tiles, vinyl, all of these types of things, they look very different in pictures rather than in person. Even sometimes when customers come in, I take them and the sample outside and I say, let's go look at it in the natural light. Because looking at a sample in artificial light is completely different from looking at it in natural light. In natural light, it gives you more of that. Essentially, when you're sitting in your home, it's not mostly natural light, especially if you have a lot of windows and you have a lot of natural light coming in. That's the kind of feel you want to get. You want to know how it will look in your home, just not how it looks in the store itself. So I
Okay.
get us through that step by step.
And I believe that you give honest feedback as well too
Yes.
when you think that something just is not going to work, right?
Yes, if I don't think it's gonna work or I think it's going to clash, like for instance, if a customer already has like a beige countertop in their kitchen and they want to do like a beige backsplash, I'm gonna tell them, well, I understand if that's your preference, but might I recommend something that may contrast the color a little bit more because the two colors might just blend in and it might not give that pop of color or that kind of look that you would like.
Okay. So very hands-on and very practical. It's not just selling us tiles and selling us vinyl,
No,
right?
my main aim is for customers to leave with a smile, for customers to leave and be pleased, for them to message me and say, wow, well, the tiles have gone in, everything has been installed, and I'm so pleased with the outcome. I love to hear that kind of feedback.
And when they stand in the space and they do the dance, so this is thanks to district stairs. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, that's what I love to hear.
All right. So what else do you have there to show us for today?
So I want to show you actually a bit more about our mosaics. These are really great for bathrooms. So we have these, what are called our penny round tiles. So this is it in black. So this can actually be used for backsplash or for like bathroom floors. So you notice all these gaps where you can see the mesh down in the bottom. When the grout fills in those lines, what happens is it creates a kind of friction that reduces that slippage that you're concerned about, as opposed to putting like a polished tile. If you put a polished tile, you're opening yourself up to an accident right off bat. Because when you have water running like that and it's a really smooth tile, I mean, someone is liable to slip. You can't always prevent everything at every second of the day. So I recommend things like these, like our mosaics and stuff like that, to go in our bathrooms, which they are on sale right now. Every single tile we have in this store is on sale. That's the 20% off.
All right. So curious question. I've always been concerned about the small tiles, right? I'm not a big fan of small tiles because I'm always thinking about the grout spaces and the little spaces in between that might get darker or need cleaning, right? How easy it is to clean these in particular?
I would say once you clean them regularly, like with like a hard bristle brush through the grout, then that's not that hard to clean. Use your normal disinfectant and you scrub in between the grout lines, because a mop, it may not be as abrasive as you want it to be to get in between those tiles. A mop is great for the tile itself, but to get in between those grout lines, you got to use something like a brush or something that will get down into those grooves.
Okay.
But there's also things like, I know most people are used to white grout, but that's not the color of grout we have. We have gray, we have beige, we have different colors. We can even get you different shades of greens. We can get you lots of different colors. And in picking a different color than white, that actually reduces how much you can see the grout is getting dirty. Not that you wouldn't clean it, but it reduces that dirty look.
All right, good. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Dianna?
All right. So wait, before we move on, does the prices in the different color grouts differ? Or is it
Yes, they do.
okay? What other items do you have on sale apart from the tiles?
So let's show you a bit about our power tools. I know we focus a lot on flooring and finishing products, but maybe let's talk a bit about our tools here. Sorry, give me a moment. Let me just ask my associate to get them down for me. I'm a bit short, guys, so bear with me. Wanda?
All short girls represent. Woo-hoo.
So I'm just
All
going
right.
to take them down so you guys can get a better look at them. In the meantime, I'm going to show you our table saw here. So this is actually the table saw that we have on display. Now, most table saws don't normally have wheels, but with this table saw, as you see, you have wheels here. So if you're moving it around your construction site and you need to cut things in different places and stuff like that, this is really easy to get around. As you can see, it has a lock here for the wheels, so it's not going to move once you start your work. It ensures your safety.
Okay. You know, when I look at power tools, like I want like a Mother's Day sale for power tools because some of us would love to get our hands on these things to be able to do all of their own home projects, right? So maybe we could get like a nice Mother's Day sale for these things.
Well, I mean, we've got to think about that. Here I have one of our tools. This is our circular saw. So as you can see, we bring in our quality brands so that we ensure that when you leave the store with our product, you're not going to be bringing it back to us saying, well, you know, it didn't even last us a week. These are quality products that will last you. Once you spend your money on them, it's things that will last you a good couple years. So this is our 3-piece tool combo kit. So it comes with 2 different drills, actually, as you can see here on the box, as well as it comes with a light. So if you're using this drill, for instance, you can hook up that one battery to this drill and you can hook up the other battery to the light. So if you're doing something in the dark or, you know, lights are not set up in the house where you're doing construction yet, you can always still proceed with your work and you can make sure it's still pristine.
Okay. All right. So it's not just about tiles and vinyl and things for inside the home, but also tools we can find at district stairs.
Yep. I mean, we have stuff like grinders as well. We have full screwdriver sets. We've got full tool kits, like for instance here, and all of these things come with the carrying case as well. So when you take it away and you have it on the construction side, it's not just going to be thrown to the side where it's liable to break or stuff like that. You can always put it right back in the case and carry it around with you like that.
Okay. All right. So Zoe, just give us a final reminder of where District Stairs is located and the items that are currently on sale.
Well, let me actually take you guys
outside. All right. So Zoe is going to take us outside and the feed has
mass distribution and the entrance to our cinema. So here we are outside the store. You see the 8 palms lining the entrance to the store. You can't miss it. So when you walk out to our right, you see Massey Distribution here, and right around that corner, that will be the entrance to Russell Cinema here. So once you see that you're in the vicinity of Massey Distribution, you're right outside the store. Here I am outside the store. You can see the sign right in the back. So once you're walking up and you see that sign, you know you're in the right place.
Lovely. And remind us of the sales again.
The sale is we have 20% off our tiles, our laminate, our vinyl. We have 20% off our staircase renovations, as well as custom new stairs. We have that 20% off all of our railings. So that can be glass, wood, stainless steel, PVC. That's for interior as well as exterior. We have 20% off our baseboards, our crown moldings, and our trims. We have 10% off our tin sets, our grouts, our waterproofing products, and 10% off our faucets and modern light fixtures as well.
And remind us again about the trust. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I said, and that sale is just until the end of this month. And if you're thinking, well, you know, I'm going to come into District Stairs and I'm going to light the sale prices, but I can't afford this all at once, you can always go through our trust program. So that's wherein you will come into the store and you'll discuss with us, okay, well, my budget is X and I would like to do these things. I would like to do a staircase renovation. Let's say it's, you know, way outside of your budget, but you can pay a certain amount down right now. You can discuss with us how much you think you can pay, and we can also decide how much we need to just get, you know, our supplies and stuff like that. And once we both agree to that deposit, then you can go ahead and give us that deposit and we can start the job. And then from there, you can still pay your monthly payments after to pay off your bill.
Okay. Curious question. So if I am a part of the trust program, the sale that is currently running, can I also be a part of the sales, take advantage of the sales and still be in the trust program?
Correct.
Okay.
So you would get your sale price. And what happens is that once you pay your deposit while the sale is still on, that sale price will still be held for you. So what you'd be paying off is your sale price that we would have given you. It would not be at full price, and the price would not change once you're making your monthly payments. Once you've made that deposit, that means you have secured that sale price.
Okay, lovely, lovely.
All right, so thank you very much, Zoe. This has brought us to the end of our interview with District Stairs. We were speaking with Zoe on there, talking about the different items they have in store, but not just that, the sale that is going on, tiles, on the staircase, on vinyl. What did I miss?
All right, and
Light fixtures, tin sets, lots of things.
And Zoe, just remind us of your number and the social media handles as well, please.
So our Facebook is District Stairs SVG, and the phone number that you can reach me at is 496-7650. That's my work cell phone. Or you can also reach us here at the showroom on the landline, which will be 456-7649.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Zoe, and enjoy the rest of your day.
It was all my pleasure.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
It's the crazy days in May at District Stairs SVG. And these deals are wild. For 5 days only. 50% off select tiles, vinyl, and laminate flooring. 20% off table saws, grinders, drills, and more. 10% off all grouts, tin set, chalk, top tier quality. We also renovate bathrooms, kitchens, stairs, and install railings inside and out. Find us at Russell Shopping Mall in Stony Grounds, Kingstown. Call us today, 1-784-456-7649 or WhatsApp 289-200-7649. District Stairs SVG. Rock bottom prices, superior quality.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
WEFM.